But here's what I really want to show you guys, and it's the main reason I'm making this video. If you're a Colorado fan and this doesn't scare you, I don't know what to tell you. At bare minimum, the minimum, you should be worried. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for Saturday, and I don't want y'all to think I'm taking today for granted because every day we wake up, it's a blessing, but I'm just ready to watch some college football. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I gotta remind y'all, guess who's back in action? The Colorado Buffaloes. They are back. Last week, they had a much-needed bye week after that embarrassing performance against Stanford in the second half. Hopefully, they regrouped it. Oh yeah, I always forget about this. Guys, it's Wednesday. If you guys want to see me preview the Colorado and UCLA game, let's get this video to 900 likes in the first, well, not in the first, but just before tonight. Actually, hold on. 900 likes, that is a slap in the face to you guys because you always crush a like goal. Let's do a hefty like goal. Let's say 1,200 likes. No. We'll bump it. 1,300 likes. 1,300 likes before tonight, and we're going to preview the UCLA top 25 team versus the Colorado game. I can't wait to preview and predict that game because this is going to be a good one. But for now, at least, we got to talk about something else involving this Colorado team and Deion Sanders. The beginning of this year for this Colorado and Coach Prime-led team, it couldn't have started out any better. You upset TCU, a top 25 team. That game was awesome. You smashed Nebraska the following week. That's arguably their most impressive win up until this point. And then you beat Colorado State. Yeah, you probably should have lost the game. You didn't play that good, but you still won it rather less. You start out the season 3-0. I don't care how you win, you won the games. It can't get any better than 3-0. But in reality, when you take a detailed look at this, and I'm going to show it to you right here, ever since the Nebraska game, Colorado hasn't looked good or even average. They've looked pretty bad. You was very fortunate to win the Colorado State game, but we can all agree they didn't play good. The following week, you get completely Donkey Kong smashed by Oregon and Dan Lanning. That was rough. Then the following week, USC hangs up half 100 on your head. The offense played great in the second half, but you still gave up 48 points. And after that USC game, I was like, well, this is a good sign because Colorado, they played a top 10 team really good, whereas the week before against Oregon, you wasn't even in the game from start to finish. You got bullied. But little did we know, or I know, that USC wasn't that good of a team. At the time, it seemed like a good performance by Colorado, but looking back on it, since then, USC's got 2 losses, and they look pathetic. So now that USC loss actually looks worse than it did at the time. But that's okay. You still only lost by 7 against the top 10 team. You'll take that in a rebuilding season. The next week, you struggled with a pitiful, and I can't emphasize this enough, a pitiful bottom feeder, Arizona State, 27-24. It took a game-winning drive and a walk-off field goal pretty much for you to win this game. Not good at all. And if you don't want to take my word for it, Coach Prime said that after the game. So I don't want to hear anybody saying, oh, Matt's just hating. No, Coach Prime has said everything I've said. And then we all know I'm not going to talk about it too much because you saw the game. Stanford roars back from 29-0 at half and wins 46-43. But whoa, hold on. I know what all you're sitting there saying. Matt, why are you bringing this up? I know we're 4-3. I know we struggled. What's the point of all this? Well, my friend, that is a great question, and I have an even better answer. The reason I bring it up is because, yes, you are 4-3, but you can start to sense that these Colorado fans, they're getting a little worried. On one hand, you have about half of these fans stating, hey, we're 4-3, we're over 500, we're only 2 games away from making a bowl game. On the other hand, you have about the other 50% looking at it like this. You're not favored in not a single game out of your next 5 matchups. And 3 of these next 5 games you play are against top 25 teams. Obviously, you're not going to be favored in those, and the other 2 you're currently not favored in as well. So just by going off of the analytics here, and I know what everybody's going to say, well, Matt, there's a reason you play the game and I understand it, but going by the analytics at least, you're not going to win a single game from here on out. You are going to finish the year 4-8. Do I think that's going to happen? No, because before the year I said Colorado's going to go 5-7, and I'm sticking with that. But here's what I really want to show you guys, and it's the main reason I'm making this video. If you're a Colorado fan and this doesn't scare you, I don't know what to tell you. At bare minimum, the minimum, you should be worried. This Colorado defense currently is giving up a whopping 473.7 yards per game. Why is that important? Why am I bringing that up? Because this number you see right here, that is the most in college football. Colorado currently, as to where it stands, they rank last in total yards per game given up. 473.7, that is last out of 133 FBS teams. You've heard me say in my live reactions that Colorado has the worst defense in the country, and I think some of you think I've just play around when I say that or I'm over-exaggerating. But no, I'm not. Going by the stats, they do. They have the worst defense. To go on top of that, since I got it pulled up, I'll show you this. Yeah, you're giving up 473.7 yards per game, and your offense is only getting 432. That's fine. Having 432 yards per game, that's great, but your defense is still allowing more than you're getting. Hence the fact that's why Colorado has been struggling. Look, man, I don't sugarcoat things. Y'all know this if you've been watching the channel for a long time. There's awful, and then there's the Colorado defense. I don't even know how to describe them. The best description I can give you is that one-ply toilet paper that was always in the middle school bathroom. That's their defense. You can run on them, you can throw on them, you can do anything. And here's my biggest question. Who do we blame? I don't think it's fair just to blame the players and talent, because there's other teams out here that have far less talent than this Colorado defensive team and unit. I'm not saying Colorado has the greatest players on that defense, especially the front seven. They got a lot of work to do. But for me, at least, I'm starting to feel like I need to point the finger towards the defensive coordinator. What would piss me off if I'm a Colorado fan is these teams run the same play over and over and over, and you don't adjust. You can't stop it. That's the most embarrassing thing to watch. When Stanford ran 8 straight slants, wide receiver slants, they're easy to stop if you know they're coming, and they still couldn't stop them. You let one guy single-handedly dominate you and beat you. That's it. Elic Ayomanor, he killed you. I just don't understand how, as a defensive coordinator, you sit back and allow that to happen. I don't care if you got to put 4 guys on him to stop the slant. You got to do something to throw him off his game. And it's the same thing for the Colorado State game. What did Colorado State do? They ran those shallow crossing routes. Those shallow crossing routes absolutely destroy Colorado's defense. They didn't even know what to do. And still, even to this day, teams are killing Colorado on the crossing routes. But the reason we didn't talk about it as much is because winning solves all the problems. It covers up everything. Whereas when you lose, that's when all of this starts to get talked about, because it becomes an issue. Because now you point to that slant play, you point to the crossing route and go, okay, that's why they lost. Whereas if you win and a team runs 21 successful shallow crossing routes on you, you just laugh about it. And you're like, oh yeah, they killed us on that, but who cares? We won. Well, now it's no longer fun and games. It's no longer, oh yeah, look at all the Instagram likes, look at all the attention we're getting. You're an embarrassment. It doesn't get more humiliating than blowing a 29-0 lead to Stanford on national television. Here's my question to this Colorado team. How are you going to respond? That's what I'm looking for. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm just going to go back to this. You can't keep getting away with this. This number right here is the focal point of this video. You cannot keep getting away with this. You can't. I don't care if you have Shadur back there, Caleb Williams. I don't care if you have Mark Ingram in the backfield. I don't care if you got Derrick Henry back there. I don't care who your wide receivers are. I don't care if you got Amari Cooper, Julio Jones. I don't care if you got White Randy as a wide receiver. It's hard to overcome this. I don't care if you got Marvin Harrison Jr. playing offense for you. I don't care if you got Brock Bowers as your tight end. If you continue to give up 473.7 yards per game to be exact, you're going to continue to lose. The offense isn't the problem. It's the defense. That's all it comes down to. Until you fix this defense, you will continue to be laughed at and mocked by everyone in the country. You got to fix it. As to how you fix it, don't know. I'm not on the staff. That's up for them to decide. But something's got to change, and I'm starting to think the defensive coordinator is insane. Y'all know what the definition of insane is, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. Change something up. Don't know what it is, don't know how you're going to do it, but you got to do something. That's all I got, man. Like I said, if you want to see the preview for the UCLA and Colorado game tonight, what'd I say, 1,200 likes? Something around that range. As long as we get close, we'll probably do it. Let me know your thoughts down below, but roll